Around the end of June, I spoke to the owner of Red Brick Collectibles, which is a collectible toy store right near where I live. I asked him if he knew what small press comics were. He said no, he really didn't. So I explained what small press comics are, and I asked him if he would be interested in me putting a display of small press comics into his store. And I showed him what the comics looked like. I had a pretty good variety of comics that he could look at, digest size, regular size, and he got all excited. He said, "You're darn right, I'd like to have these in the store." And it kind of surprised me, and I said, "Okay." So we talked about an agreement. I said I would get a display together, and I'll show you the display that we use. It's right behind me. You may have seen this part of this before, but this is kind of an update on what's happening. So we made an agreement that he would get half the cover price of any sale of a comic, and I would take the other half and send it to the creator. I don't want any of the money, but it would be a way that we could kind of give back a little bit to the creators that send us books for our show, our YouTube show, Talking Small Press Comics. As I said, a way to give back something to the people that send us comics. So that's what we did. Now I did that around the end of June, as I said. And I'm recording this on August 17th. To this date, not one of the comics has sold. The store owner says people have looked at the comics, and I have a write-up included with the display that explains what small press comics are. But to this point, no one has purchased a comic. Well, why is that? For one reason, the store is a toy collectible store, and his biggest part of his business is Pokemon cards, which I know nothing about, but he told me about them, and some of them can sell for $800, and he has sold some for that price or more. So that's his main business, and that's why people come in. They do come in to buy collectible toys also, of course, but not comics so much. Now, he does have comic books. He has about 3 or 4 boxes of comic books, and in fact, I bought this copy of Black Hawk, and this is from 1965, November of 1965, and Black Hawk, when I was a kid, was one of my favorite comics. So I bought this for $3 there. So he does have older comics, collectible comics, but here again, that's not why people come in the store. So what I'm asking is, does anybody have an idea of anything I could do to spark some sales? Some kind of a sign that you can think of that's clever, that would keep, attract attention. Maybe there's something else that I haven't thought of that we could do. I don't know. But that's kind of where I'm at. I wanted to let people know that, because I had talked about this before when I did it, and you may have been wondering, well, did anything ever come of that? Well, nothing has. I'm sorry to say. But the owner is still, he thinks eventually people will get interested in it. He's more than willing to keep the comics in there. He also does shows, toy shows, and he said, although space is limited in those, there may be a couple that he could take the comics to, so we're going to talk about that in the future. Maybe that would help. But anyway, that is the story right now. So I'm still trying. The comics are still there, and that's where we stand. So I will talk to you later.